Yeah, see, that's what I told you. No, it's like a roller coaster ride. It's just not like, you know, only good things happening to me. Everything has happened. I have experienced failure. I have experienced this, failure in every aspects. It's not just the academics or the job or the relationships. It's not like that. Okay, and you're confident. Your confidence matters, and everything. Engineering. That's why the 4 years. It's those are the beautiful 4 years which I have crafted in my lifetime.
Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Podcast One on One. Today we have Prasanna Simha Barki, who is technical trainee at Tech System. Welcome to Tech Podcast, Prasanna.
Hey Sumukh, and hello everyone. I am right now the technical trainee in Tech Systems Global Services.
Great, Prasanna. How are you?
I'm doing good, Sumukh. Now spending time with my family. If you just start with your full-time employment, you can't get that time to spend you know, uh, your time with your family. So yeah, I'm just enjoying my time. After full-time employment, work will be there.
Yeah.
So yeah. How about
So
you?
yeah, I'm also doing good. So are you exploring any new tech or anything new? What are you doing in these holidays?
Yeah, so mainly I'm keeping myself busy. So it's like my day routine starts with the usual workout, and then I'm doing the AWS Cloud Practitioner. So it is really important for me to do that because I need to have the AWS Cloud Practitioner certification when I return to my full-time employment. So the AWS Cloud Practitioner, it's just the basics of cloud, the fundamentals of cloud, and even in college we had done a course named Google Cloud Platform (GCP), if you remember. So it's all about that, and then I'm spending my time with my hobbies, photography and stuff.
Great, Prasanna. So let's come to your first question. So why did you join engineering, particularly CS field? What is your motivation to join engineering?
Okay. My motivation to join. I have seen some of your podcasts, and most of the people are from biology background.
Yeah,
Even I'm also from a biology background. So, you know, there's a thing in your second PU. When you go to your second PU, you have two options to select. One is computer science, and another one is biology. So, in my family, it was like if you take biology, the options will be more after you, complete your second PU. The options will be more. They said. So yeah, in that perspective, I took biology, but ours was a COVID batch. So COVID-19 had stuck in what 2020, and our exams got postponed. So during that time, I sat and I did some research on which engineering stream to take. Is it the mechanical one or is it the technical CS computer science one and all? So obviously, I took computer science because of the future in it. So it is that work culture is present when if I take software. Uh, Currently, in when I'm sorry, here I'm working in. You have a happy mindset over there. The work-life balance is really good. I hadn't thought of all this stuff back then, but yeah, I had this huge enthusiasm in what networking mainly. Everyone will say they were what they were inspired by coding and all, but mine is a slight different perspective. I love networking. Like it's not the people networking, of course, the communication networks, the ethical hacking. So I'm into that network security stuff. So that's why I chose computer science. And in Mysore, like, you don't get college with the specific subject like network security or cyber security and all. So computer science was the basis for it, and that's why I took.
Great, great, Prasanna. So you said you are interested in ethical hacking, cyber security,
Yes.
or computer
Yes.
networks and all. So did you
Yeah.
started coding from your early age, like high school or 12th, or did you started coding from engineering?
No. See, Sumukh, like, I have a perspective when it comes to coding. Okay. So it's like, I was really scared of coding in my initial days of engineering. Everyone will be, because you come from a biology background where you don't know what is a code, what you mean by a printf or git command. You don't know anything of it. So when I came to, when I did some research in my vacation, during my vacation of COVID-19 lockdown, so it was like I saw all the streams of machine learning, cloud, web development, and also I come across this cybersecurity, wherein you work with the Linux systems. So with that, I took a course in Coursera. It's called Ethical Hacking Training. So when I went through that training, it was about 3 or 3.5 months online training. So when I went through that training, I got to know this doesn't involve the hardcore coding which the developers do. For the machine learning or for a neat flow of the system, you need hardcore coding. So the ethical hacking and cybersecurity didn't involve hardcore coding. So that's one of the thing that motivated me to select ethical hacking. And also the course was really interesting. Like, I was intrigued by the videos, and also you can just secure yourself from the attacks, from the cyber attacks. And moreover, it was like everyone in my batch, okay, it's like the trend was that everyone were going towards the app development or mobile application development or web development. And this was the trend followed from what, 6 or 7 years. No one had changed it. So it was like, it was I wanted to try something different. you know there's no It's not like you should go for that mobile application development, you should learn a hardcore, the long codes which we have learned in third sem. It's really not required. And some of it's like, and me myself, if you just give me a what problem statement now, I'll get scared and I'll get nervous to start coding. So that's why I chose cybersecurity, wherein you come across Linux. Okay. And it's like, it's not user friendly, I agree. But once you fall in love with the Linux systems, you just can't,
Yeah,
fall back. So that was the thing with me and Linux. And with the ethical hacking course also, I did that course and obtained a certificate. So with that, I use burp suit tool. It's a tool for ethical hacking, and basically to interrupt the signal, uh, the communication from website to website. So that doesn't involve much of the coding. You need the knowledge of tools, not the coding stuff. So yeah, from start from start only, I was very afraid of coding. And now I can code. Now I'm into this software. And what do you say? A roller coaster journey in my coding.
great, great, Prasanna. You are right. Like those days were gone where only web development, AI, ML, and app development were there. Cybersecurity is growing and it is the
Yes.
future. Cybersecurity and AI is the future.
Yes. Yes. So you also know that because you see, it's not about, only mobile development or only web development. See, people are finding cybersecurity and machine learning more interesting nowadays. It's not about, okay, I hack into her or his account and I can control it. No, it's not like that. It's like, you can secure yourself from the environment. And nowadays you have this huge cyber attacks going on,
Yeah.
wherein, there are scams, there are QR code scams, and mainly not for us, it's for our parents. We should learn for our parents, because you see, my father and mother, they use Google Pay. Okay, so I know how to use it, and I have told them what to scan, what not to scan, and whom to pay. And there's a thing called shoulder surfing, wherein you just take your phone like this and you put your Google Pay pin, and the person behind you can see your pin. So that's a vulnerability there. So I have told my parents not to do that, and they'll cover their phone when they put the pin, right? So others won't have this knowledge. So this should be, an important subject when it comes to engineering. And in our engineering, it will be like everywhere in computer science or information science mainly, we come across data structures and algorithms. That's the go-to thing. What I'm suggesting is, or what my engineering perspective should be is, the cybersecurity should also be the major part in when it comes to engineering, when it comes to technical part.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Cyber awareness and cybersecurity is we need, which is the one thing we need. So, yeah,
Yes,
so coming to
it
the
is the
next
need of the
question.
hour.
Yeah. So, I was saying that how was your 4 years of engineering life? What are the things you learned? Or what did you enjoy? Like anything like that you want to share with us?
So when you ask this question, the first thing was I smiled, right? Smile came on my face. Every like, it's like after you graduate or when you come to your job phase, the first thing is, the first question is this question only, like, the juniors or your family members, your relatives will ask you this: how was your engineering life? So they'll be expecting, oh, it was a really great one. I enjoyed all those 4 years, and I had so many memories and all and stuff. So for me, engineering was a roller coaster ride, to be honest. Okay, why roller coaster ride? Uh, engineering has taught me so much things. It's just not about me getting a job or me enjoying with friends. I don't have much friends in engineering. See, there is this thing, when you go to engineering or when you are an engineering student, the family members will ask, oh, in which group are you in? How many friends are there with you? Or where do you go out often? On the New Year's Eve or on any holiday, where do you go and stuff? For me, it was not like that. I had friends in my first year, but yeah, things change and perspective, mindsets, they all change. So it's only I have only one friend from my engineering, and he's still my friend. So yeah, we both have explored many things, and it's like, you don't need more people to enjoy. You can just be yourself and just enjoy. So that was my engineering. And coming to those 4 years, i I have this perspective. Okay, I'll just tell you my how was my journey, and I'll let you know what's my perspective of engineering, how a junior should go through this engineering stuff. So when it comes to my journey, yeah, of course, it was really new to me when I started my engineering career. In the first sem, you'll get math, physics, all those subjects again. So from after 12th, you'll be expecting, okay, I have taken computer science, then I'll be going through this coding stuff, or computers mainly. But again, you need to go through this math, physics, chemistry. Again, you need to go through that. So that was a tricky part for me. But yeah, then what had happened was, I got less marks in one of the subjects in the results, the main results, the sem end results. So after that, I was a bit sad because I expected engineering to be a cakewalk, honestly. Because my sister, she also completed her engineering in JC, and it was a cakewalk for her. She was a topper in her college, and it was really good for her. So I also expected, okay, she has done it, so I can do it and stuff. But after that first sem results, I guess, yeah, after that first sem results, because of that marks, I was marks oriented mainly. It was like, okay, I should get marks. If I get marks, I get, my mindset will be really good, and I'll get this job after 3 years. That was my mindset then. So after this, your mindset, it drops. You lose your what mood, and you don't want to go to college. So that was my thing. But I pushed myself up. I was just listening to these songs those days, like, motivational songs. I sing, and also I listen to songs. That has, I have learned a lot from that. So after that, in second sem, I again, what I got less marks again. So it was not like a Bollywood movie, like, okay, if I fail, then the next attempt only I'll pass. It was not like that for me. So again, it was, a sad moment. So I was not. I analyzed then that engineering is not that easy. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had to study. I had to, bring back the marks. I got it. It was a good for me. So I was in my fourth sem. Third sem went really well. I was in my fourth sem. Then that I realized that was, it's just not studying. Engineering is just not about marks. It's just not about studying. It's about, enjoying your life, enjoying your 4 years, making memories. Not with your friends, obviously. Like, if you don't have any friends, it's not like, okay, this guy is a introvert, or he's always roaming alone. It's not like that. Okay. You find happiness in small things you do. For me, it was, developing a hobby and reading books. So it was in my fourth sem, and in that gap only I started reading books, because before that I was hating them. I was really hating books, and I was a typical guy who was like, oh, who will read books and stuff like that. So uh, after reading books, and after going through some, courses, training, and also studying stuff, I got to know that, see, engineering, everyone will say, oh, it's a cakewalk, you can easily do it. No, it's not. For some of us, it may be really easy. For some of the tech guys who have already, who have a computer science background in their second PU, they'll find it really easy and they'll do it. What about us? What about those who have some wrong perspective, and they come and they fail in some of the aspects? So the main thing is, failure is not the end. That's what I would tell you with this, podcast. That's the message I'll give. So even if you fail, it's okay. You need to what? push yourself up and do stuff. So with this motto, I was motivated. I self motivated. No one was there. I didn't see any motivational videos or Instagram reels to get motivated. I just motivated myself, and my parents were my motivation, and my sister and brother-in-law, they were my motivation. So with that motivation, and this was all in fourth and fifth sem. In seventh semester, that's the year, or that's the phase wherein you change your direction. See, everyone will say, after 10th your life will be changed, after 12th your life will be changed. It's a turning point. That's the word that Indian parents use, turning point. The actual turning point is in your seventh semester and in your eighth semester, wherein companies come offering a position for you, and you need to press your accelerator, and you need to strive hard and get it. So in my seventh semester also, I was weak in coding, to be honest. In my seventh semester, I if I had seen a problem statement, I would have definitely not you know uh, solved it. So it was really hard for me. Aptitude thing were very easy, but if you are weak in something, you should not let your ego take over it. So in initial, I failed in initial companies. I have gone through the failure, like I was rejected from a company. And so I didn't have this idea. So then I trained myself. I saw some of the YouTube videos, and then my sister also helped me. My father, my mother, they were really they were like, they didn't scold one day when I failed a company. It was like, you will get you will get it, because you have strived and you have been trained. You will get it, don't worry. Just be calm and do your stuff. So it was because of them, I got motivated, and I got into this tech systems. And next week is our graduation, the last dance, one last dance in our engineering college. So that was my engineering. So
So great. It was so much inspiring, Prasanna, like how you hated coding and how you learned cyber ethical hacking and you found hobbies singing.
Sumukh,
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Prasanna. It was so inspiring that about your journey in engineering, how you hated coding, then you started ethical hacking, cyber security, and how you find your hobbies. And
yeah.
you have really said the real thing of engineering, like what really meant in engineering, how engineering life works, and how it is not shown in Bollywood movies or any movies like that.
Yes.
So, yeah.
See, yeah. See, it's not like, the Bollywood movie Three Idiots or the Kannada movie Kirik Party. Okay, everyone who is, who is entering into their engineering career, if they watch those movies and come, they'll expect their life to be like that. Especially Kirik Party. Okay, making fun, or yeah, you should have fun. You should have your friends group to go out with. You should enjoy your life. It's like 50% of enjoyment, 50% of concentration is what required to clear engineering. It's not just 100% studying or 100% making fun. If you just have fun in your engineering, you'll there are careers, like, I'm not saying no, but if you have the dream of uh, going into a tech company, it won't be fulfilled if you have only fun. But if there is a bit of you know studying, and 50% of your what wait, I'll just so yeah, the engineering, it is about 50% having fun, 50% focusing on things with on your career. So that's the thing.
Yeah. Yes, Prasanna. Thank you for the wonderful insight. So the next question I wanted to ask is, you did an internship at Cyberverse Foundation in Mysuru. So how was your internship experience? What
Yeah.
are the things you learned? And can you brief us about that?
Yeah, sure. Uh, I completed my internship. Okay, I started my internship in the month of August. Okay, so also has a story. This is with me and my friend. Okay, who was the only friend in my engineering. So it goes like this. After 6 semester exams, everyone were like, the my classmates and all the batchmates from other branches, they were like, going to Hornadu or go. It was rainy season, and they went to Coorg, Goa, everywhere they were going. Okay, so I think it was, I was like, I should do this internship now, because I should not, struggle during my placements. I had this thing in my mind. Okay. So while everyone were enjoying, I applied internship in Cyberverse Foundation. You know, it's a company in Mysore. So it's headed by His Highness Yaduvir Krishnadatta Chamaraja Odayar. So it's why I chose Cyberverse Foundation was in mainly I found it through LinkedIn. Okay, so in LinkedIn, I searched for cybersecurity. Just as in cybersecurity, in jobs, I searched for that. So I needed internship. I found all the full times, mid senior level thing in LinkedIn. So while I was scrolling, and I saw an internship opening in Cyberverse Foundation. So the job role was business development intern. Okay, it was not related to cybersecurity, but I had this thing. What can you do? What is there, like, the business development aspect in cybersecurity? I had this question. So what I did was, I mailed them. I mailed their CEO, and we had a meeting, not online, offline only. I visited the site. So they told me, it is like, the internship is all about two things. One is the learning phase, wherein you learn tools, you learn stuff, how you sell it, or how the main aspects of network security and communication. The next aspect was the business development aspect, wherein whatever you have learned, you should share it with the client, or the thing, or the schools. So the main client were schools. They were the edtech company. They are not the MNC. They are not the startup. They are the edtech. They provide courses for VTU as well, the cybersecurity courses. So it was 3 months, 3 to 4 months of internship. 1.5 months I learned about all the cybersecurity tools, and also the basics of cybersecurity and network security as well. So it was all about that. And the next half, the second phase of my internship was, connecting with the clients, just like we have this online meeting, right? So I had to turn on my video, and I agree, I didn't have this much of confidence back then. Okay, it was I didn't talk to anyone, and I enjoyed myself. It was not like, in engineering also, you don't get to see these video calls or continuous communication with the client or with the student. It's all about student to teacher or professor relationship. You don't get to do this. They just teach you DSA, they just teach you DBMS, and you when you come out to this company, it will be like you need to talk with your client. So where's the communication part in your engineering? So in my internship, I learned the most important aspect, which was the communication part. So I had all this clients with me in the call, and I had to talk with them, and it was a really nice experience. So yeah, I just loved going to that internship, and when it ended, I learned a lot. It was about the corporate life, how you would strive in a multinational company, the communication, how you should be with your heads and also with your fellow mates, your colleagues, the colleague relationship, that thing. And all this helped me with my placements. I agree. Like, initially I failed in one or two companies when I sat, and it was about my coding skills. I was weak in it, so I failed. And the next company, I didn't, I had some things going in my head that time, so that also failed. Main thing when you sit to an interview of a company or any internship, anything you say, your mindset, it should be really positive, and you should be mainly open to knowledge. Okay, things about web development or machine learning. You are a king in it in your college, but you are you are not the king when it comes to multinational companies. You are just a employee for them. If you just sit in a hot seat, you call it, in the hot seat, and you say, yeah, I have full knowledge, and you can ask me anything and all. Okay, that's a really good confidence. But what about your ego? Okay, it will take over you and you would not know that. So juniors who are sitting for their interviews for the first time, I have this message for them, like, just chill. If you know things, just keep it to yourself and answer when asked. That's the thing. If you just blabber everything, you know like, okay, I know this stuff, I know that stuff, I know GitHub, I know Slack, I know this, I know Teams and all, the interviewer is not interested in it. The interviewer sees your ego, sees your attitude mainly. So if you have control with that, you'll win. You'll have victory with your side. That's what I would tell.
Yeah, you are right, Prasanna. So we should only answer what are the things interviewer asked, and we should not
Yes.
give our like own answers. Like we should not over confident and be answer everything we know from first year. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, the next question I wanted to ask is about cybersecurity or communications or networking, computer networks. So if I wanted to start with these things, where should I start and what are the resources I should learn? Is this docs or any YouTube tutorials or YouTube channels do you recommend, or the platforms do you recommend for me to learn?
Okay. So the main what foundation here is the computer science. Of obviously, you need to be a computer science student, or you need to be. It's not like the if you are a mechanical student also, you can learn. It's just that you need to have information or the basis, or basic foundation of computer science. That's it. you know and if you want to start with the cyber security and network security thing, you need to you need to start with this ethical hacking training. That's what I would guide to my juniors who have asked me. Like when I was in engineering, some of the people asked me about my course. So how did you start this cybersecurity and network security stuff? So there's a beautiful course in Coursera. Okay, it's named Ethical Hacking Training. So it's, you don't need any prerequisites for it. Okay, you just need to have basic knowledge of computer science. That's it. So I had started this in my what first year. I think in my first year I started this course. So, with all the beautiful animated videos, you'll get the knowledge of the cyber security part. Ethical hacking mainly is, securing yourself, and if there is an attack, you find the trace. You trace back your attack. You know how it happened, or why it happened. What's the security vulnerability in that website and all. So you need to start with that course. Okay, so for me that was the motivational thing. That ethical hacking course which I completed, which I did, it was so interesting that I didn't concentrate on my DSA, to be honest. Data structures and algorithms are so important. You know that, like in college, only DSA, they'll be telling this only, right? So I didn't concentrate on that. I completely shifted my concentration to ethical hacking training only. So this training, this course, you'll get it in Coursera and YouTube also. You'll get it. It's not like I follow this YouTuber or that YouTuber. So after you complete this ethical hacking training, you will get this idea. You'll get this brief idea on of about what cybersecurity really is. Okay, and then after this, you have electives, right? In college, you need to select electives from, I guess, fifth semester, fifth sem to eighth sem. You need to select electives. So there's a elective named cryptography. So that's the basis of cybersecurity. That's the stepping stone of cybersecurity. So I chose that, cryptography, and it was all about algorithms. RSA algorithms and some of the important algorithms, and it will be really interesting. Then it's just like, cybersecurity is just like you have a gold coin with you, and you need to keep it in your locker. So what are the possible patterns you find to lock the, the locker? It should not be easily crackable. And if the thief comes in, it he should not steal it. And you should not put a password like QWERTY or PASSWORD, the normal password thing. So it's all about that. Cybersecurity is just easy stuff. So after this cryptography, you will get this network security thing in sixth semester, I guess. The subject is only the network security, and you will have computer networks. Everyone will study this subject, computer networks. If you concentrate more on computer networks, you see, it will definitely help you. It's all about, this computer, there's this computer. What's the communication between these two? So this is all about your computer networks, networking part. It is connected with IP address. You have this IP address of this A computer, and you have this IP address of B computer. What do you do with the IP address? Everything. Okay, you should have a good basis, strong hold of this computer networks, that subject. And then cryptography, you'll enjoy learning it. It's not like, you should sit and study like math. It's not like that. It's like you will enjoy studying. If you fall in love with the subject, if you fall in love with cybersecurity, you just can't fall back. So That's the thing with the cybersecurity. Cryptography is one. Next is computer networks. Then network security is the third part. Okay, and you will get cybersecurity as a subject in your seventh semester only if you have chosen electives. So, with all this basis, you can have a strong foundation of cybersecurity. And with this, the extracurricular activities, what you can do is you can explore about the burp suit tool. There's a tool named burp suit. Okay, it's freely available. The community edition is freely available. So with that burp suit tool, you can experiment with the various websites. Actually, there will be some websites with huge vulnerabilities, or you can just if you are a web developer also, you deploy your website in Docker, and if you have the domain of your website, you can test your website through burp suit. The burp suit has options. Okay, you can crack your password, and it will show if you have used some of the techniques like cluster bomb technique, sniper technique. If you have used all these techniques, you can crack some of the passwords. But what I'm saying is just not use it for fun. So you should use it to develop your skill, update yourself. So that's the thing. So the roadmap for this ethical hack sorry ethical not ethical hacking, the cyber security learning is, you need to start with this ethical hacking training course, which has so many animated videos, and you'll get love of the subject. Next, choose cryptography as your elective, then network security as your elective. Have a strong hold on the computer networks subject, CN, that's the subject, and you'll excel in cybersecurity. And with all this, if you have small knowledge or little knowledge about Linux, you'll flourish in the subject. That's what is the mantra of cybersecurity, Sumukh.
Great, great, Prasanna. Thanks for your suggestion and roadmap for cybersecurity. So, the next
Yes.
question I wanted to ask is like, what is the future of cybersecurity in perspective of jobs and internship?
Okay. See, cybersecurity has a bright future ahead. Okay. See, why I tell you this is because there's a thing when it comes to mechanical engineering, is that it's the evergreen subject. It won't, the mechanical engineering, it won't diminish like the other subjects. When it comes to cybersecurity, it will increase. Okay, the job, the requirement, and the learning part, it will increase because you see there is this chat gpt, or you have bard, every the gen ai. Okay, everything, it's all from the developer's perspective. Okay, so what if there will be a day when, if there is a hacker, okay, a hacker gets into the system and changes the database, what will you do? So cybersecurity comes into that part, wherein the cybersecurity, it is a need of the hour, and it's the need of the future as well. You see a hell lot of apps nowadays: Instagram, WhatsApp, Snapchat, you got X, everything you have. Okay, you share your pics. We are doing this riverside. You're doing this podcast here. Okay, so, and you have Google Meet as well. The WhatsApp, it is encrypted. If Imagine if the WhatsApp was not encrypted, what would have happened? If someone had accessed into your WhatsApp, your every chat is visible, your every pic is visible.
Yeah.
So when it comes to cybersecurity, that's the thing. It won't diminish. It's like, it's the future. See, everyone will say chat gpt will take over everything. Someone has to be there to look after chat gpt, right? See, that's the point. The thing is, like with the Indian parents or the relatives, when you talk, They'll say, oh, you're a computer science student, ChatGPT will take over your job. Why are you doing this? Like, don't go for CS, don't go. Who says that? Okay, it's like, if there is a ChatGPT, then there should be a guy or a girl to look after that ChatGPT as well. It's not one or two, it's millions. Okay, it's the whole network of this. And the main part is the security of it. So cybersecurity is the future and it will never diminish. Okay, and everyone requires a cybersecurity what architect in their company, because it's the financial aspect also. You need to consider the financial aspect also, and it's the data leak. If a company doesn't have a cybersecurity architect or an engineer, then it will collapse in 1 hour maybe. You never know, because in this whole world there are hell lot of communications going on, right? And you never know when who is hacked or who is tracing you, who is, if you just click a link. The security aspect nowadays is like, if you just click a link in your message, if it's a spam or a dangerous link, then your whole account is finished, right?
Yeah.
So you also need to see all these perspectives. And when it comes to the mindset of the juniors or the students, they should okay, I'm not saying you should not develop or you should not code, I'm not saying that, but you should change your perspective with this. You should go with the cybersecurity part. You need to secure yourself and the world. So yeah, cybersecurity is the need and is the future.
Yeah, that's true, Prasanna. Cybersecurity is we need everything like awareness of and cyber laws and what are the scams we are having these days. We need to secure how to secure and the awareness of cyber is also needed in now and also in the future.
Yes. Yeah, see, that's what I told you. No, it's like a roller coaster ride. It's just not like, only good things happening to me. Everything has happened. I have experienced failure. I have experienced this, failure in every aspects. It's not just the academics or the job or the relationships. It's not like that. Okay, and your confidence matters. And everything engineering, that's why, the 4 years, it's those are the beautiful 4 years which I have crafted in my lifetime. See, if any other guy or girl, expresses her engineering, how was their engineering journey, they would say we had gone to that forest or hill or that hill station, enjoyed time, bunked classes. I have also bunked classes. Okay, I have bunked classes and went. So I'm not a geek or a nerd. Okay, but yeah, my engineering, it was all about experience. The first year, second year, third year, and fourth year, I got so much experience. I have really less experience when it comes to life stuff. Okay, I'm just entering into my career in as a full-time, employee. So I'm just starting, I'm just opening my eyes. But when it comes to engineering, I know a bit. I have experience in it, and I can guide if, some people ask me, or yeah, stuff like that. But yeah, engineering, I have this beautiful memory of me exploring myself. That's the engineering for me.
True, true, Prasanna. Thank you for your insightful advice or insightful about your journey and everything about engineering. So I wanted to ask, is there any piece of, what do you want to suggest for your juniors or audience present here? Any one piece of advice who are just starting their engineering or who are just starting their career?
Yes, Sumukh. This is the most important question for any juniors or any boy or girl who is, starting their engineering career. So I have this perspective of engineering with me, how an engineering life should or has to go. So the first year, there you have lot of subjects. First sem, second sem, you mainly meet people, right? It's not like the second PUC or the the pre-university people will be there with you. Some may be there, some may not be there. So yeah, mainly you meet new people, you share new mindsets. You change as a person when you enter engineering. That's for sure. You're not the same guy who was the 10th standard wala or the 12th guy. You are not the same. You may be same in academics, but not as a person, because you meet several others and you adapt to their cultures and also values. So that's the first year. That's how you do it. And when it comes to enjoyment part, whenever a junior asks me, okay, how will I prepare for my job, he'll be in third semester, okay, and he'll be asking me this question, how will I prepare for the interview. I would say, I would really say this, okay, just this is the most important thing. You enjoy your life now. You're in third semester, you go out with friends. You don't need to think about the interview which you'll be sitting after 2 years. Okay, you never know where you are after 2 years. Why? You should have an idea of the future, but you should not fear. Right, that's the thing. So all the juniors or some people who ask me, okay, I have this less CGPA with me, will I crack? See, I didn't have 9.5 or 9.8 CGPA. Okay, I also came from a less CGPA only. So CGPA, it's not about your CGPA, it's about your attitude. And see, the more you enjoy, the more your mind is filled with positive thoughts, the more you succeed. That's the mantra. And I'm a huge Dhoni fan, so I just quote his words, okay? So you should not think of the result, right? You should just focus on your training. If you focus on your training, if you focus on your training, then your results will, you'll excel in it. That's, there's no doubt in it. So yeah, you should have all the experience of talking with people and everything. So for me, it's like engineering, people should experience engineering. It's just not about getting your CGPA or getting a class topper reward. You should fail. You should learn what is failure. You should get a taste of it. I'm not saying just deliberately fail. If you fail, failure is not the end. That's what I'm telling. So you should experience. And when you come to your third year, you should help your juniors. That's what I would tell. You should help your juniors with what and all experiences you went through, what and all phase you went through, and you should give them a roadmap and some confidence as well. If you do this thing, you'll definitely, it's just not about keeping information with you. It's no, it's a wrong thing, I guess. If juniors also get confidence, they'll excel, and they'll thank you for whatever you have done. A small slight thing can help them. It's like, if you just share your internship or the experience of full what interviews with them, they'll get to know, okay, what and all regions they should focus on. And also, it's just not about CGPA. So they should remove this perspective from their head. So that's what is my engineering perspective. You learn, you learn, you what You experience things, you learn together and grow together and help your juniors. That's it. As simple as it.
That's great, Prasanna. Thank you for your valuable advice or suggestions for juniors or audience. So, coming to our last question of this episode, what do you think about this podcast and how it's going? Do you have any suggestions or feedback?
See, when I got your invitation, I was really honored, really, because I didn't expect someone will, call me as their guest to their podcast. And I have been following your podcast and it's really going great. Okay, the only suggestion I have is you should do this offline. Okay, this
Yeah,
online thing is good. I'm not saying no, but if you have this setup, of your offline podcasts, it will be really, great for the people who come, and the this thing will be there, like we both will be there, and you can ask me questions, and you can see my expressions, and those the conversation will be there. So if it is possible, you can do this. Okay, in the future, you can, if you can just have a mic and have this podcast, offline podcast, it will be really great. And you'll just flourish it, and whatever you have done till now, it's really helpful for our juniors as well. So if they watch your podcast, they'll get to know, okay, this is the engineering, this is the map of engineering, how you do it, what if you fail, and what's the medicine for failure. So yeah, you're doing a great thing, and you should continue this as well. You should not stop at any point of time.
yeah. Thank you so much, Prasanna. Thank you for your kind words about podcast and me. So it was great having you today on this episode. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your insights about tech and engineering, cybersecurity, and ethical. Thank you so much once again, Prasanna.
Thank you so much, Sumukh, for having me as your guest. Thank you so much.
Thank